This Sunday is the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Walk Run, and our team is in need of your support. Right now, every dollar counts. The WABC hosts must all rally their loyal audience to participate. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk and help your favorite hosts right here at WABC and support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk. Help WABC raise money for the amazing Tunnel to Towers Foundation Walk Run. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Got a car to sell but no time to waste? Hop on to Carvana.com to get a real offer for your car in seconds. All you have to do is enter your license plate, answer a few quick questions, and if you accept the offer, Carvana will pay you as soon as you hand the keys over. They even offer same-day pickup in many cities. Save your time, score some cash, and sell your car the convenient way to
Carvana.
Pickup times vary. Fees may apply.
Police responded to a 911 call.
Dramatic video of gun insanity in the Bronx.
Police releasing a new video of a person that they are still trying to track down.
Defund the police is not the answer.
Many people surveyed said they just don't feel safe in the city.
It's a shooting outside of a store.
This is Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast.
Police this morning are searching for the person who turned this Harlem platform to a crime scene.
A Red Apple Media Podcast Network production. Now, here's Bo Dietl.
Welcome back to Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast. Before we dive into everything, I need everyone listening to do one thing. You all have to support the fight to save New York from Mamdani. We must stop Mamdani, or New York City will never be the same. You know, I want you all to go to my website that I put together. It's a political action pack. Go to nycabm.com. That's nycabm.com and hit that donate button. I don't care what you send. We need it. Or mail a check to anyone but Mamdani at 489 Fifth Avenue. 489 Fifth Avenue, 16th floor, New York, New York. The zip code is 117. Every dollar helps us to expose Mamdani and stop this radical agenda. Listen to me, I'm going to start today's episode with a breakdown of why I started this pack and why it exists. You know what? And what Mamdani really represents and how New York politics is lining up behind him. You know why ABM exists? The media won't touch him. He's their little pretty boy. The press protects him. They never press him on the real issues. Even Governor Patterson, my friend for many years, has said he's shocked why there aren't more negative ads holding Mamdani accountable for what he wants to do. That's why I'm taking to the streets. Next week, I'll be starting in Harlem, warning voters that Mamdani's plan to scrap the NYPD gang database means that we'll have more innocent lives lost, like community leaders caught in gang crossfires. I'll go to the South Bronx, where rent freezes and failed housing policies once led to landlords actually burning down their own buildings. I can remember it back in the 70s. Mamdani's plans risk sending us right back there. I'll be on the subways explaining how Mamdani wants to turn empty storefronts into homeless centers. Just imagine that, which means there'll be more mentally ill individuals harassing our riders. These are dangers Mamdani poses to our city. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to support any candidate. I'm here, one thing, to take this guy out. I could hold my nose and vote for any one of them but him. This is why anyone but Mamdani exists, to shine a light on where the media refuses. And here's where it gets worse. Mamdani isn't just a fringe voice anymore. He's being welcomed by the political establishment. Look at this idiot governor. Hochul endorses Mamdani. Governor Kathy Hochul, this do-nothing governor, just endorsed Mamdani for mayor in the New York Times. Can you believe this? She admitted they disagreed on some things, but she still backed him anyway. And that gives Mamdani cover, despite his radical DSA ties, anti-police record, and the refusal to condemn anti-Semitism. My family's Jewish. I got my grandson, my daughter. I have Jews in my family. Let's be clear. This isn't about values. This is party loyalty at any cost. What Hochul's endorsement means, by endorsing him, this fool of a governor that's trying to be a governor, Hochul, has effectively embraced his entire agenda. From defunding the NYPD to supporting BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, and undermining Israel. The New York Post called it political cowardice. She claims she had frank conversations with Mamdani. She's full of shit. But there's no evidence that he's changed one bit. All she's doing is trying to jump on the bandwagon here. This proves Democrats will sacrifice safety, law and order, and Jewish New Yorkers just to back this social frontrunner. Where is all my Democrats, my moderate, my people with sense, my Jewish friends? Where the hell are you? The record shows that Hochul ignores Mamdani, co-sponsors less is more parole reform. We need parole reform? No, we need to tighten it up. The law that let that parole violator rack up 3 strikes before returning to jail. 85% of the parolees who committed new crimes last year stayed free under this policy. What are we doing? That's what happened to that poor couple in Queens. That's how this monster scumbag, Jamal McGriff, stayed on the streets long enough to murder this beautiful elderly couple. They were giving him help to put his charger in. They invited him into his house. What he did to them was disgusting. Stabbed him, set him on fire. This is the type of law that Mamdani brings up and brags about he wants to pass. And Hochul now is endorsing it. Hochul's risky bet backfires. And almost immediately, Hochul's gamble blew up in her own face. Less than 24 hours, this fool governor, she endorsed Mamdani. He flat out refused to endorse Hochul, Snaggletooth for a re-election. What a fool you are. That just shows you, Hochul, how much you could trust this piece of garbage. He should go back to Uganda. He is not a New Yorker. Keep him out of my city. Critics are saying she looks weak and desperate. She is weak and desperate. She couldn't run a Kool-Aid stand either. While Mamdani looks like he's running the Democratic Party now. You're listening to Bo Dietl's One Tough Podcast. Please stay tuned with this message, and we'll be right back. Thank you.
This shrimp and coconut sauce is divine. What's your secret?
Goya coconut milk.
How does it taste so good?
It's all in that real coconut flavor and that rich, creamy texture.
What about thickeners and added sugars?
None. Just smooth, coconutty goodness.
What can I make with it?
From curries to sweet treats like coconut flan, the possibilities are endless.
Goya coconut milk. Take your cooking to the next level. No question about it. Find it in the Goya section of your local grocery store. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
This episode is brought to you by LifeLock. When you visit the doctor, you probably hand over your insurance, your ID, and contact details. It's just one of the many places that has your personal info. And if any of them accidentally expose it, you could be at risk for identity theft. LifeLock monitors millions of data points a second. If you become a victim, they'll fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year at lifelock.com/podcast. Terms apply.
I have a lot of Democratic friends. I have a lot of respect for the Democratic Party. I have a lot of respect for everybody. And they're saying flat out, Hochul got played. She's been getting played. I think she plays with herself. Follow the money. And if Hochul's endorsement drama wasn't enough, the real story is always in the money. Mamdani's PAC has raised $2.4 million but only 22% of it came from New York. No, these California liberals over there gave a loan over $762,000. Hollywood money, all these liberal Hollywood, oh my God, all they care about is National Socialists and fueling this campaign. He sells himself as working class candidate. Mommy and daddy are rich. Mommy and daddy has a beautiful house in Uganda. Mommy and daddy have the money. This man never held a job. He was a legislature for a couple of years and he never even put his votes in. But his campaign is bankrolled by elites from out of state. Even more trouble is some of the biggest donors worked at AppLovin, a tech firm accused of ties to the Chinese Communist Party. Here we go. Why are executives with foreign-linked influence funding socialist mayor candidate in New York? Why? Because they want to make New York a socialist capital. Start here and take over this country. They're undermining Jewish protections. Mamdani has also pledged to repeal the New York City's adaptation of the IHRA, anti-Semitism definition of the global standard. Instead, he pushes BDS, boycott, divestment, and sanctions movement, which is the Anti-Defamation League says is the re-education of Israel. They want to make believe that Israel's not there and that it's not a state. Rabbi Potasnik asked the right question. If Mamdani can't condemn Hamas, what's his definition of anti-Semitism? That's a good question. Adams' team called Mamdani's position shameful and dangerous. And they're right. Judge tosses a terror charges in the Mangione case. This is the little punk that shot that poor fella there from the health insurance. They shot him in the back. And if you want more proof of how broken New York State justice system is, look at the Mangione case. Judge Caro just tossed the terrorism charges against this little punk, Luigi Mangione. They're standing outside. Oh, he's a beautiful Italian boy. He's a friggin' murderer. That man has children and was married, and he was assassinated. It was tied to healthcare greed. That's what he says. So you just go out and shoot and kill anybody you don't agree with. That ruling means Mangione could one day get out on parole instead of life without parole. Where are we going with this? Prosecutors even said his bullets were etched with insurance denial terms, proof he wanted to intimidate the industry. He wanted terror, and he killed him, and he wanted to start terror. But the judge, this liberal judge, looked the other way. This other douchebag, D.A. Bragg, this big fat piece of garbage, he's already under fire for being soft on crime. And now we have judges weakening prosecutions too. Federal prosecutors, led by Pam Bondi, are stepping in now, thank God. And they're pushing for the death penalty. Let's talk about Charlie Kirk, who I knew. I was very honored to have met him on a couple of occasions. So when you see judges and politicians here at home failing to protect New Yorkers, I don't think it stops at our city line. The same radical, soft-on-crime culture is fueling something even darker. And we saw it explode with the assassination of that poor, beautiful young man, the father of two beautiful children, who, if you listen to the guy, all he wanted was dialogue. He wanted people to communicate, whether he agreed with you or not. He wanted communication. Charlie Kirk killing sparked the FBI investigation. Federal investigators are now probing whether far-left and pro-trans extremist groups had advanced knowledge of Charlie Kirk's murder. One group in the spotlight, Armed Queers SLC, a radical outfit pushing queer resistance with rifles and communist imagery, their Instagram vanished right away after the killing. A huge red flag. Shooter Tyle Robinson may not act it alone. The FBI is reviewing Discord chats with over 20 people alleging discussion about this attack. A bullet with a message. The bullet that Charlie Kirk wasn't just deadly. It was engraved with Trans Fury meme. Notice this, OWO. What is that? Other rounds, anti-fascist slogans, trolling insults, second cartridge, hey fascist, catch, all these things, the third cartridge, oh Bella Caio, all these things have readings. If you're reading to this day, you are a gay LMAO. This is a mixture of meme culture, radical identity politics, and violence that is a dangerous cocktail and can't be ignored. The shooter's obsession with guns. A co-worker said guns was Robinson's only topic of conversation. He bragged how he could hit a target nearly a quarter of a mile away. Skill that matched the precision of Kirk's sniper-style killing about 200 yards. Let me explain something real fast to you people. I've looked at this whole investigation. It's a very unique, it's a investigation I've never seen so definitive. Evidence. You have cell phones. You have texts. Everything is being put together. This is a great investigation. And I tell you what, today, I would take and be one of you 5 guys on that firing squad. Don't let me know if I have the round, but I'll put one into his heart. I've seen enough of this. This was planned, and it was predicated. And you want to know something? The shooter's confession on Discord, Robinson even admitted it online. It was me at UVU yesterday. He posted to a group of about 30 people apologizing and claiming he planned to surrender. That confession alone was shocking, but investigators found something even more disturbing. Robinson's written note confirms premeditation. A written confession was discovered under Robinson's keyboard. He planned this assassination for a week. Hours before, he texted his partner, I'm sorry, a direct admission of guilt. He used his grandfather's hunting rifle. He stashed it in the bushes and closed his confession with the chilling line, "You are all I worry about, love." This is him talking to a person that was in a transgender, whatever it is. I don't know what you call it, but "You are all I worry about, love." Now he faces 7 charges with prosecutors pushing for the death penalty by a firing squad. I volunteer. I will go out there and be one of the 5. This punk's got to go down. Prosecutors also say he was radicalized online. More proof of how toxic digital extremism has become online with your TikToks and your Instagrams and all this bullshit. Investigators also recovered private texts Robin sent to his partner. Chilling and direct. I'm going to read them exactly as they appeared. I want to read these things to you. This is Tyler. I am sick, okay, my love, but I'm stuck in or for a little while longer. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I gotta grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this all secret until I died of old age. I'm sorry I'm involving you. Lover, you weren't the one I did it. Right? Tyler, I am sorry. The lover thought they caught the person. Tyler, no, they grabbed some crazy old dude. Then interrogated someone in similar clothing. I had planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quite almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Lover, why? Tyler, why did you do it? Lover, yeah. Tyler, I had enough of his hatred against Kirk. Some hate cannot be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully they would have not moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Lover, how long do you plan this? Tyler, a bit over a week I've been planning it. That's not speculation. That's That's an admission. Those texts combined with the written note and the discourse paints a clear picture of premeditation, murder, and radicalization. And this is premeditated murder. Now the FBI is asking whether anyone else knew, and that's where the network investigation kicks in. FBI's extended network. FBI says Robinson may not have acted alone. Deputy Director Patel, the FBI director, confirmed the probe now includes pro-trans fury and gaming communities tied to Robinson. Agents seized everything. Laptops, phones, gaming consoles. And Patel says Robinson admitted in these texts what we just talked about, the opportunity to take Charlie Kirk out. The case is now both a state and federal priority. Okay, people ask me, I'm involved with security. Why wasn't there better security for Charlie? The reality is he's not a public official. There was no Secret Service detail. But with the threats against him, security should have been tighter. At open-air events, we all use drones and anti-sniper teams. My firm did exactly for the Miami World Center and the July 4th fireworks on the East River. That's the kind of layer protection Charlie deserved. Parents beware. Online radicalization. Robinson's case is also warning parents. He was described as a redid-it kid, so consumed by online verbs that really took the backseat. Memes, echo chambers, and radical subcultures can wrap values of kids turn dangerous. You got to remember something. This kid comes from a good family. His father was very pro-Trump, and all of a sudden he went into another dark place. Screen time isn't harmless. It shapes behavior in ways family can't afford to ignore. The transdemic and what is the media won't talk about it. Recent shooters in some places like Nashville, Denver, Philadelphia, all identified as trans. Now Kirk's killer was living with a trans partner. Studies show nearly 45% of transgender individuals attempt or commit suicide. Mix that instability with radical idealistic values and you get tragedy. Something is wrong here. We need to ask why this pattern is keep repeating. This should be congressional investigation. Political fallout. The assassination has shaken Washington. Eric Trump called Kirk like a second son to his father. Vice President J.D. Vance said flatly, there's no unity with radicals who cheered Kirk's murder. Meanwhile, Nancy Mace is moving censure on Omar for vile remarks on Kirk's death. This is not a time of gloating over someone dying. President Trump backed the move. Blasting Omar is disgraceful and disgusting. People should know. And they should also look about how she started as a congresswoman and now she's worth $25 million in a couple of years. Where'd that come from? And you don't want to know something? There is no room for political violence in America today. Closing this segment out, here's the bottom line. Charlie Kirk's assassination wasn't random. It was the product of radical ideology, online extremists, and political hatred. And if we don't face this reality, more tragedies, I'm sorry to say, will follow. What we're talking about right now is what happened to Charlie Kirk should be a wake-up call. It shows how dangerous this radical culture has become. From New York politics all the way to national violence. This is why we can't sit back. We need to fight back, organize, and protect our city and protect our country. And I'm telling you, everyone, please, let's stop at New York City. Please go to my PAC, NYCABM.com, or send a check to anyone but Mamdani to 489 Fifth Avenue, 16th floor, New York, New York. The zip code's 117. Every dollar helps us stop Mamdani and defund New Yorkers and defund him completely. We got to bring him down. Again, this is one of my podcasts. I'm on alone here. This is probably one of my most important podcasts. But tell people about it. And stay tuned to Bo Dietl's One Tough podcast. Stay safe, stay strong, and look forward to going to my NYCABM.com for videos I will be posting against Mamdani. God bless you. Kiss your children, your grandchildren. And please come out, people, and vote against Mamdani. I don't care who you vote for. You must vote against Mamdani. Till next week, thank you very much.
This Sunday is the Tunnel to Towers Foundation Walk Run, and our team is in need of your support. Right now, every dollar counts. The WABC hosts must all rally their loyal audience to participate. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk and help your favorite hosts right here at WABC and support the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk. Help WABC raise money for the amazing Tunnel to Towers Foundation Walk Run. Go to WABCRadio.com/walk.